Hey, this TK Irish coming from Camp Kennerk. We've had an exciting week here. You just can't believe all the things that have been going on. I can't even believe them, but I have a pretty vivid imagination. So sometimes I have difficulty coming from reality to, well, my reality. I've been told it has a very slight difference according to those doctors. So, I had a lot of fun. We watched some sports this weekend, but I tell you what, I am getting really excited that the fact that fall weather is here. We're going to be doing a lot of great things outdoors, so it's not so hot. And Douglas, I just can't, tell you how excited I am.
TK, it's great to see you again. And yes, it's been a beautiful, beautiful week. And things are just great. And now for me, but first, tell me what's going on up there at Camp Kennerk.
Well, there's always excitement going on here because when you have my two sons, Kevin and Kyle, here all
The
the
Kennerk
time.
boys,
They're my boys, and
the, and they got great social media videos.
yep. Matter of fact, they went out today and played golf and shot videos for their the Kennerk boys video. So I was very pleased with them. They come home and playing golf, they're just excited. It doesn't matter if they play good or bad or indifference. They just, man, this is great, Dad. I love playing golf. Then they tell me about the shots that they made and the shots they didn't make, and then I have to coach them, say, okay, did you do this? Oh, really? I said, yeah, yeah, So that's fun. They got little notebooks and they take down and write their notes on what they're doing right, what they're not doing right. And are going to be they're buying into the golf game, and that's good because it's one of the few games, as we both know, you can play your entire life. I mean, I've played since, oh gosh, 60 years. I started playing when I was 10 years old. And
That's a beautiful story. And the Kennerk boys have their videos on TikTok,
yeah,
Instagram, and X, and I put them up on Doug the Neighbor
yeah,
social media
yeah,
platforms. So
yeah.
that's all beautiful. And I do put them up on Doug the Neighbor YouTube.
Well, good. They appreciate it. I appreciate it. So
And they are twins, right?
yeah, yeah. They're twin boys, 24, and
24.
they
Very Irish.
oh yeah, yeah. It's nature versus nurturing. They have really come on. They We went to a family reunion not long ago up to Indiana, and you can just hear them talk just like if they were from the old country, talking loud, talking. "Oh, I gotta tell you this. Hold on, I gotta tell you this. Wait a minute, I got a story for you. Give me another drink." So that was sort of what we referred to as the Kennerk National Anthem. Give me another drink, and I got a story for you.
That's beautiful, TK. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So anything else that happened in your life? Now, they also are working on a golf course at Camp Kennerk, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's they have to remow it. So we had some rain the other day, so they got to go out and tend to the grass and cut it down a little bit. But yeah, matter of fact, that Kevin will just go out there by himself and with a wedge or an iron and just start hitting around the yard or the course as we call it. And this actually comes back from when they were little kids. I would take paint and I would paint a little green and then little tee boxes, square, and they would put a pin in the circle of the green, and then we'd have little golf tournaments.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Now, how far along are you in the completion of the golf course and how many holes is it?
Oh, it's three right now. It's
Three right now.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
and it could change, it depends on, how much energy they have when they want to mow it.
I love it. I love it. I can see some Camp Kennerk tournaments coming up
Oh
for
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
charity.
Yeah. That's when the old man comes out and says, "Okay, I've been hearing about this. let's put up $1. Everyone puts up $1. Well, then all of a sudden things are going, whoa, 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 Dad, hey, Dad. I said, hey, man, my time,
Dollar a hole, dollar a
dollar,
hole.
dollar a hole. You bet, man.
Yes, yes. So
That's great.
that's just beautiful. That's
Well,
just
you know
beautiful.
what was funny? The other day they said, how you and Doug, the neighbor, meet anyways? And I said, gosh, guys, I tell you what, I'll tell you the story, guys, and you make sense of it if you can. And so Doug and I met waiting tables at a very famous restaurant called Café Pacific in Highland Park Village here in Dallas. At that time, it wasn't famous. It had just opened up, but it had opened up with here in Dallas. At that time, it wasn't famous. It had just opened up, but it had opened up with rave reviews. And there were about 5 waiters there, and all type of characters. They were just sort of going here, going there. And I told the boys that I had been in corporate America for 3 years and decided that corporate America wasn't ready for me. So I thought I'd just step back and wait tables and, get a better viewpoint of things. And that's where you and I met. And
Yes, that's where we met.
yeah,
Yes.
we worked
And
together.
and I was going to acting school, and
Hmm.
that was a perfect job for uh, acting and
Hmm.
allowing me to have time to go do acting. Yes.
Yeah.
And while I was working there, I bagged a very nice video and it was with Jimmy the Greek. You
I
remember
remember
Jimmy the
that.
Greek, the
Yeah.
football
Hmm.
analyst and better?
Uh-huh.
Yes, and I was played a football player,
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
But I
bad.
remember that distinctly. I
Yeah.
was going, oh, and I was in Macbeth at the time.
Yeah. I went to that play.
Yes, I played First Murderer, and I'm very,
Uh-huh.
very proud of that. Now, Doug the neighbor is not really a Shakespearean actor. I'm more of a South Fork, Texas actor. But I did enjoy the experience at the University of Texas at Dallas at their theater up there. And it was my second or third time on stage,
Hmm.
Shakespeare, and the director was a professor there, and he was very patient and really enjoyed it. So, yes, life at Cafe Pacific.
Yeah. Well, you remember after the dinner shifts, we would all go out and have a little adult beverage to cool off from the craziness of the night, have a beer, talk, and things of that nature. And so we continued that even after you left to go to New York City.
And
And
you did come up to New York City to visit me.
yeah, yeah, I was up there on business and I had to check in and make sure you had 10 fingers and 10 toes. Everything
Or New
okay?
York City, more importantly, a job
Uh-huh.
and a place to live.
You're
That's where the great phrase "rent's paid." How,
straight. That's right.
how's your week? Rent's paid.
So I wanted to share with you, you probably never, I don't know if you knew this or not, but after you left, we would still go out and have some drinks after work. And well, we had one of our fellow waiters, Jimmy. He had a problem with his, I shouldn't say a problem, he had a situation with his live-in girlfriend. And it was that she would say, why were you late last night? Where were you? And the answer was, I was out with TK. Well, that question and answer came back quite often to the point where she says, this TK guy is driving a wedge in our relationship. I don't want to hear his name, and God forbid, do not bring him over here. Why don't you, hang out with some other people like Tom Kennerk? He's a nice guy. He's very polite. He's got a good sense of humor. And Kim and I have met many times, and she always knew me as Tom Kennerk.
Right.
So everything's fine. They get their relationship calmed down. I stopped by one day and Kenny's there, Kim's there, and Jimmy says, hey, TK, you want a beer? Silence. She caught on. She realized that TK and Tom Kennerk were the same people. She looked at Kenny Kenny looked at me, I looked at her, and I mean that temperature in that room was dropping like a rock. So I so I just said, guys, love to stay, gotta go. And Kenny couldn't come out to play for a long time after that.
He was grounded.
He was grounded. He lost his hall pass.
Have you been to Cafe Pacific recently?
I guess about 6 months ago, I was in that part of town and I was dressed appropriate and stopped by, had a beverage, and look around and everything. And I was sitting at the bar and it was about 3 in the afternoon. The bartender's there and I just chatted with him. I said, you know, I'll tell you something. He says, what's that? I says, I was the original waiter that opened this restaurant. Gee, and Christmas, that word spread. People from the kitchen came out, all the other waiters. What was it like? How was it starting? They were very enthralled about hearing how it all started, and so I was telling them, it was just a haywire and how crazy it was because the restaurant opened up to great reviews, more than anybody could ever imagine.
Oh, I remember it, and it's still on my go-to list when I come up to Dallas. That's
Yeah,
where we're going, TK. We're
yeah,
going. We're getting dressed up, and we're going there.
yeah.
And I still remember the Soul Meunier. Is that
They had so many there. They had Petrali sole. Their clam chowder was very, very good.
right? Right, and a nice bottle of Poulet Foussé.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just living and
Mhm.
getting a cab home and not having to worry about it, and just
Mhm.
standing at the bar with a nice after dinner drink, a little
Mhm.
glass of port or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And creme brulee for the dessert.
yeah.
I dream of that place.
Well,
It is a place.
what do you think of this idea? Okay,
Okay.
some governments have mandatory military service, right?
Mhm.
2 years in the military or 3 years. I think this could bring world peace. Everybody has to be a waiter for 6 months.
I
That
agree.
everybody that will make people set up and take notice of how hard the job is, first of all, and second of all, to see how other people treat people.
Yes, and I'm convinced that the more women that wait on tables as a prerequisite to finding a man, because as you get older and the way they treat you, that's maybe the way they're going to treat you when you're married.
Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt about it, because you and I both know we've had seen some horror stories of couples getting in an argument over dinner, and wasn't pretty. I remember you and I one time had to go break one up almost with a girl. It was actually a husband and wife, and she was there just nagging, rah, 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 and you go, let's go help the guy out. So it was my table. We went in and did our little deal, and he had this look of thanks guys, appreciate it.
Now, didn't you tell me you went there about 3 weeks ago with a lady?
No, I was going to, but she retired due to illness. I got sick of her. So it's an
or
unfortunate situation.
or she was sick of you.
Yeah,
Did
well,
that happen? How could that happen?
that happens. That happens. So,
Well, as
but I
I
just,
say, I'm a load. I'm a load.
yeah.
You better have a sense of humor. I'm a
Mhm,
load.
mhm. So that, but the restaurant, that was a great point in my life because I got a job out of there from one of the customers.
Mhm.
And he said, hey, TK, what are you doing in real life? I looked at him. I said, I'm sorry. He says, well, you don't seem like a typical waiter. Are you in school? I said, no, no, no. I'm trying to get into the sales side of the business and I'm doing this. And he says, yeah, I got a guy who needs a salesman. What's your phone number? I'll have him give you a call. Guy,
Okay.
guy called me next morning, said, I guess I'm supposed to talk to you, that you're the kind of guy we need in our company. And
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
with so
Café Pacific was good for both of us because it was a job that supported us while we found our way in life.
Exactly. Exactly.
I moved on to New York City after that, and you stayed there in Dallas and did well. You're doing very well. You've got Camp Kennerk, and the best revenge in life is to live well. You're doing good. And now we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, you never can tell. It's always something going on. You always have to keep your eyes and ears open. You just, just opportunities come out of nowhere. You just can't plan on it.
Right. Good advice. Free advice for $1 from TK Irish.
Now, when are you going to raise it? Inflationary times, people are raising their. You have a tariff on that free advice? I mean,
yes, $5 for really good stuff, $10 for the tariff and the inflation. But you see,
how much is it cost? How much does it cost for the truth?
Well, don't push it. The truth means that I have to do research. Various sources, because there's information over here, there's information over here, and the truth is somewhere in the middle if you wish to accept it. Right?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Fake news, that whole fake news thing. Whatever I say, oh, that's fake news, or you you must have gotten that off the internet or something.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Douglas, I hate to keep it short, but I gotta go get a workout in, and gotta stay fit, man. It's a tough world out there. So
tough world. Okay, TK, great talking to you. Wish the best to you and the Kennerk boys. Great talking to you.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you later, and we'll see you on Sunday.